Today, Republic spoke to the 16-year-old boy from Kerala who has accused his mother, her partner, and her partner's brother of trying to radicalize him. This is truly a very painful story. A young boy, just 16-year-old, and his mother and his mother's boyfriend tried to force him to join the ISIS. Ladies and gentlemen, this 16-year-old boy's voice on camera is a slap in the faces of the people who say that Muslim radicalization is a figment of the right-wing media and the BJP RSS imagination. I can assure you it's not. Muslim radicalization is one of the most dangerous things happening in India and around the world. And if you're from the privileged set who believe that this is too far away from you not to impact you, trust me, it will enter your home too, in some way or the other. You cannot pretend to look the other way and live in your gated community and believe it will not hit you. It will. How many times have we been told by politicians, and we've actually believed it, that Muslims in India are being oppressed? India is an anti-Muslim nation. The government is anti-Muslim. Now this boy was being radicalized by his mother in the United Kingdom and has come back to India, where he's felt free enough to talk about what's happened. Where are the secular defenders now? Where are the defenders of minority rights? Where are the leaders who scream intolerance in India every night? Will they speak for this child? Or will silence be more secular for them? Let me be more specific tonight. Where is Amir Khan tonight? Because I remember once he said that someone in his family used to feel uncomfortable about living in India because India was not a safe place for people from the minorities. Is that true? Amir Khan, Javed Akhtar, would you speak up about this case as well? When cases like these of extreme radicalization are coming to the fore, what are Muslim leaders doing is the question I would like to ask. Did we hear senior Muslim leaders hit the roads to protect children from Islamist radicalization? Did we hear outrage at ISIS propaganda networks operating in our neighborhoods? Did we even hear one word from these people on cleansing our community of extremist intimidation and Islamist radicalization? No. What do we hear instead is this man. His name is Maulana Ashraf Madani, Jamiyat Ulema-e-Hind chief, standing up and declaring. He says this government, since the time India got freedom, has been working on preventing Muslims from raising their heads. When Zohran Mamdani and Sadiq Khan could become the mayors of New York and London respectively, Muslims in India cannot even become vice chancellors of universities. What a liar this man is. If India is anti-Muslim, let me ask you viewers, and we must ask people like him, which anti-Muslim country elects a Muslim as president of the country not once, not twice, but 3 times? Dr. Zakir Hussain, Fakhruddin Ali Ahmad, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. If India boycotts and blocks Muslim leadership, how did Justice M. Hidayatullah become Chief Justice of India and later acting President of India? If Muslims have, quote-unquote, as these people and liars say, no place in our institutions, then how did S.Y. Qureshi became Chief Election Commissioner of India, conducting the world's largest democratic exercise? Is this the track record of an anti-Muslim nation? You see, it is because people like Madani can never be elected democratically in this country to lead the nation. Like Rahul Gandhi cannot be elected democratically in this country to lead the nation. I mean, you can be, but you won't have enough people voting for you. That is why the Congress today is supporting the fanatic views of Maulana Arshad Madani. Sandeep Dixit of the Congress party, close to Rahul Gandhi, has said, this government has launched a very systemic campaign against a particular religion. I hope that in the case of Al-Falah doctors, the NIA will conduct an impartial probe. How do you blame the government of launching a campaign against Al-Falah when Al-Falah is where the terrorist attacks were planned from? If you have raids in Al-Falah, how does that become anti-Muslim? Then Rahul Gandhi asked another of his leaders, Udit Raj, to say that not only Muslims, but Dalits and OBCs are also being denied appointments. The central government claims Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, but only one particular caste is being promoted. None of the 48 central government universities has Muslim, Dalit or OBC vice chancellors. Now, when there is a systemic campaign here to try and turn some numbers of people against the people of India, we've got to be very careful. extremely careful. After all, Rahul Gandhi, having lost so many elections and in the foreseeable future, having realized he can never win an election, he can never win a general election, has now started saying that he's fighting the government of India itself. A very anarchic, Maoist kind of statement. These are his exact words. Hear this.
We are now fighting the BJP, the RSS, and the Indian state itself.
We are now fighting the Indian state itself. Was that a slip of the tongue? Was that a Freudian slip? Or was that a well-calculated statement to come out, as it were, and declare to the world his real stance of being a political anarchist, someone who does not believe in the electoral system? Otherwise, why would Rahul Gandhi claim that Indian Sikhs are not allowed to wear the kada in India? This was another attempt at trying to say that India is a one-religion country, which it's not. But Rahul Gandhi has made public statements like that out of a sense of desperation on foreign soil. I'm not making this up. Hear this too.
The fight is about whether he, as a Sikh, is going to be allowed to wear his turban in India. Or he, as a Sikh, is going to be allowed to wear a kada in India. Or he, as a Sikh, is going to be able to go to a Gurdwara. That's what the fight is about.
But when I met Rahul Gandhi, he said he had no recollection of the 1984 riots. He had no idea. And I told him that I did. I did, of course, ladies and gentlemen, because I lived in Janakpuri, in that part of Delhi where leaders from Rahul Gandhi's party, congressmen, went on killing sprees against Sikhs. Rahul Gandhi is now trying to provoke Sikhs after knowing that his party has carried out the most systemic massacre of the Sikh community in recent times. Ladies and gentlemen, I am only saying this tonight that there are two faces we must put on air, Rahul Gandhi and Madani. Just two faces. And think about it. The same cause, the same bitterness, the same attempt, ladies and gentlemen, Rahul Gandhi and Madani. Two faces representing the same desperation. The attempt to provoke Muslims, to tell Muslims they don't belong in India. But Rahul Gandhi, who spends in any case an excessive amount of time outside the country, is probably better off and more comfortable outside the country than on our country's soil. Ladies and gentlemen, Rahul Gandhi has decided to support Madani by fielding a number of leaders from his party who are speaking the same language. If the lobby is backing radicals, it's time for the nationalists to also speak.